Thanks to Alex. Joining us now, Republican Congressman Mac Thornberry, the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee. Chairman Thornberry, we heard an alarming claim there. It's just this is ISIS online saying that by next year they believe that they will have the means to purchase a nuclear weapon from Pakistan. Any evidence that that could happen?
Well, no evidence that it has happened. Would they do it if they had the opportunity? Of course. Would they use it if they had it? I don't think there's any doubt. So what do we do about it? Number one, we don't wait till they get it before we take action that seriously degrades and destroys ISIS. Secondly, we keep pushing at their finances to lower the amount of money they have. But the other thing we've got to do is improve our intelligence capability. I think, know less today than we knew 5 or 6 years ago about what terrorists around the world are doing for a variety of reasons. But the key way to know what they're doing to prevent them from getting a nuclear, chemical, biological weapon is to augment our intelligence capability, and then you've got to act. You can't draw red lines that you don't follow up on.
Okay, well, I want to ask you one key aspect of that being the Patriot Act, but before we get to that, talk about what we saw this week. They took a major city in Syria, and we saw them take Ramadi, the capital of Anbar province, and we saw them conduct a suicide attack in Saudi Arabia. Is ISIS winning this war now?
They have a lot of momentum on their side. And I don't know about the president resists saying we're losing it. Well, we're not winning. We know that.
Well, they say, in fact, that we're degrading ISIS. Is this, I mean...
I don't see evidence of that. You see not only ISIS gaining territory in Iraq and in Syria, and I think the map, like you showed, gives it very graphically about their territory expanding. But what a map like that doesn't show is the ideology continues to grow. So you've got these sorts of jihadists from Mali, Somalia, Libya, all the way to Afghan Pakistan who are pledging allegiance to ISIS. So as their caliphate area grows in Iraq and Syria, their ideology, their approach, their brand, if you will, is growing and
faster than the territory.
Faster than the territory.
But let me ask you, we heard a really alarming briefing from the State Department about what they did to get Ramadi. 30 vehicle bombs, 10 they said had the force of the Oklahoma City bomb. You've called for sending more American troops, not the kind of ground invasion that the White House has talked about. But are you really prepared to see American forces go in to confront an enemy like that, fighting like they are?
Well, I'd prefer not to have American ground troops. For some of our military folks believe, however, if we'd had some advisors on the ground, we could have called in effective airstrikes that it would at least made the battle for Ramadi more competitive. But we didn't have that. So we have tied our own hands in a variety of ways, and we have considerable doubts about our reliability. Meanwhile, the Iraqi government is not being inclusive, not sending arms to the Sunnis or the Kurds, which we're trying to correct in our defense bill that we passed about 10 days ago. So you've got a mixture of things that are happening that handicap this effort against ISIS.
Yeah, we're almost out of time. Very quickly, the Patriot Act's surveillance program expires next Sunday at midnight.
Yeah.
How worried are you about that?
I'm worried about it. We passed what I think is an imperfect bill out of the House, but it's better than letting it expire. Among the other provisions that expired are the lone wolf provisions, which are exactly the sort of threat we're going to see more of here at home. So we need to have that crucial intelligence capability continue.
All right, Chairman Thornberry, thank you very much for joining us.
Sure.
Up next.